Alrighty, so let's get into what Microsoft had for E3 this year for their conference. I'm reading from GameSpot because I forgot to, again, like an idiot, I forgot to write down all the stuff they were announcing in chronological order. So, and for the other conferences, I just gave up. Besides Sony, I have Sony's in chronological order, and I will talk about that in chronological order. So let's start with Xbox. I think right off the bat they introduced an Xbox One Slim, which was leaked yesterday, and it's launching in August for $300, and it's a 2 terabyte hard drive, supports 4K, and it's 40% slimmer, and has like nice HDR or whatever. And cool. If you want an Xbox One, so be it. That's pretty cool. And then they made it completely obsolete at the end of the conference when they confirmed Project Scorpio. And they said, hey, this new conference is going to deliver 6 teraflops of performance. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be the most powerful gaming console ever. Okay, here's the problem with my... Okay, especially after the Sony conference. I'm going to reserve my thoughts for the Sony conference for Sony. Here's my issue with the way Microsoft, I think, is going to promote this not only the Xbox Slim, not only the Xbox Scorpio, but Xbox for this generation, is that literally every game that they announced today was going to be on PC. I mean, it was exclusive to Windows 10, yes, and that's kind of shitty, but it's going to be on PC. Honestly, with this conference, and it was a good conference overall, I'm kind of surprised by how obsolete it seems they're making the Xbox brand in general. It's like, why would I spend money on an Xbox when I could put that towards a better PC that's going to play these games really well, and all the games are going to be on it? I don't think there's anything as an Xbox One exclusive anymore. Even the game that I thought was going to be an Xbox One exclusive, which is Scalebound, is now going to be on PC. So it's like, why even bother getting an Xbox One if it's going to be on PC? So that, I think, was one of my biggest issues with this conference overall, just like everything. So, alright, let's get also next into Gears of War 4, which looked interesting. I mean, I wasn't crazy about the dialogue. I thought the dialogue was just kind of but I liked the weapons that were on display. I liked, of course, the chainsaw kills and all that shit. I mean, that's Gears of War. I liked Gears of War. That's probably, if you were to give me, make me choose a series from the classic original Xbox lineup, not original Xbox, but the classic Xbox lineup, I'd pick Gears of War over Halo and Fable, honestly. I definitely would pick Gears of War. That would be my yes, give me that. That would be my favorite. But I don't know, especially with me not playing Gears of War after all these years, I am kind of more like, okay, it exists. It's a thing. So, yeah, that's a thing. Gears of War 4 is a thing. And the multiplayer, I guess, is gonna... Again, they didn't mention anything about the multiplayer, but I'm assuming the multiplayer, the beta, I guess, is... Did the beta already come out for the Ultimate Edition? I think the beta already came out, which I'm just... blah, 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 blah. Just moving right along. And then they talked about the Gears of War getting some kind of special Xbox One Elite controller, which is fine. But yeah, fuck it. Let me be honest with you guys. I'm gonna be honest, and this is gonna make me sound lazy. This is gonna make me sound bad, but I kind of want to quickly get through Microsoft and quickly get through Ubisoft just to talk about Sony, because Sony's the one that I want to talk about the most. It's like the only one I really want to talk about, but I gotta talk about Microsoft because I wouldn't be giving them the fair chance in the spotlight. So I gotta talk about Microsoft. So moving on to Sea of Thieves, which actually is the only Xbox One exclusive that I am really looking for. Not Xbox One exclusive anymore. Xbox One and my Windows 10 exclusive now. And I like this approach, and in terms of like the trailer that they showed with the people and the face cams and shit, I would rather have that And I can see how it can be distracting, but I would rather have that than, the canned fake banter that Ubisoft did with Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'd rather have this, where it's the face cam stuff, and I don't care if it's staged or whatever. It's less distracting to me than the fake dialogue shit of Ghost Recon and The Division and Rainbow Six Siege. So I liked what I saw from Sea of Thieves. It looked like a lot of fun. You get to get drunk as shit with your friends and pillage and destroy ships and towns. I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun. So, and I think they said this might be a single player thing. I'm correct me if I'm wrong. They might have mentioned a single player element to it, but I think for the most part this is multiplayer. It's an MMO or something like that. Then we move on to Scalebound, which Scalebound looked pretty cool. Platinum Games, good studio. I like quite a bit of their stuff. I liked the co-op gameplay that was shown. I liked the big, huge dragon boss thing that they were killing. It looked cool. So Scalebound, it looked cool, and I liked what I saw. Nothing really, exciting or whatever, but it looked good. It looked like a lot of fun. To be honest, I kind of zoned out when they talked about Recore, just because of my own, not exactly animosity. Like, take it a little step down from animosity. My mistrust these days of Keiji Inafune. So honestly, and Recore, it just didn't look all that interesting to me. It just was meh. It was just meh. It was one of the points I zoned out during the Microsoft conference. I don't know. Like the Recore and the gameplay and everything, it just didn't look like my thing, to be honest. And then they showed off Final Fantasy 15, which I never thought they would show on an Xbox stage. And I'm kind of glad they put that on an Xbox stage, because the demo they showed off was the worst gameplay I have seen for this game so far. I don't know whether it was the guy not playing it correctly, or if he just really sucked at the game, or if the game really is that clunky and awkward looking. I don't know. I hope it got me really worried, so I hope it was just a case of the guy playing it being shit at the game, rather than the game itself being awkward and clumsy to control. But I was like yelling at the screen. I'm like, dude, warp, do something. I bet I can play this game better than you are right now. But I was very disappointed by it. Like, when Final Fantasy 15 popped up, I'm like, oh, what are we going to see? A really, really underwhelming demo for it. And, visuals were awesome. The music, of course, fantastic. Even the English dub, which I'm hoping we get a Japanese audio of it, but I doubt that. I think this English version is what we're going to be stuck with, so I guess I'm going to have to get used to it. So that was Final Fantasy 15. And then, not exactly and then, the one thing I'm going to talk about next, Dead Rising 4, which is what was leaked, a few days ago. I saw that already, and I was like, oh. I honestly had forgotten about it. I was like, oh yeah, we're Dead Rising 4. Forgot about that. Looked like Dead Rising, which could be fine, I guess. So Frank West is back. I honestly haven't played Dead Rising since the first one, maybe even the second one. I know I never even touched the third one, but I think the second one was the last time I played a Dead Rising game. I don't know. I'd have to think about that some more, but yeah, it's Dead Rising 4. You kill a bunch of zombies in increasingly weird and wacky ways. That's cool, I guess. As I've always said, I'm just not a big zombie guy, but I guess I could get into Dead Rising 4. Forza Horizon 3, didn't care. Like I said, racing's not my thing. If you're somebody that loves racing, God bless you. You enjoy Forza Horizon 3. I just don't. I can't get into it, and I zoned out. And I also zoned out during Halo Wars 2, which I thought was a rather weird way to end the conference. Strategy game. I mean, I know Halo is a big name. Of course, it's like the biggest name in Xbox, but just nothing about Halo Wars 2 looked all that interesting. I like some strategy games, but I did not like the first Halo Wars, so nothing about Halo Wars 2 really really impressed me, honestly. I just kind of was like, okay, whatever. But something that did really surprise me, and something I was very happy about, CD Projekt Red is creating a Gwent game, a standalone online multiplayer Gwent game, which is awesome, and I'm very happy about that. Thankfully, it's coming to both PS4, PC, all Xbox One, PC, and PS4. I think Xbox One and PC are getting it first, which kind of makes sense considering CD Projekt Red are more Xbox people than they are Xbox and PC people than they are PlayStation. So cool, we get a Gwent game that I'm very happy about. And then they announced State of Decay 2, which I actually forgot the first game even existed. I don't remember getting it a lot of fanfare, and I was still working at GameStop around the time the original Xbox One launched, and I don't remember this game getting any kind of... I mean, I remember seeing it on the shelves when I was stocking games, but I'd forgotten it existed, and when I thought it was going to be Dead Island 2 from the trailer, but then I remembered, oh wait, they said this was a Microsoft exclusive, so this can't be Dead Island 2, this has to be something different, and it's State of Decay 2, which, yeah, I guess, cool. And then, oh god, Minecraft, which I'm not really going to talk about that. It's Minecraft, and I find Minecraft to be extremely boring, and I don't like Minecraft, so I'm in the minority on that. I know, so, okay, yeah, I don't like Minecraft. Division update, ugh, don't care about the Division, you get your DLC and shit like that, and woohoo, hooray. Tekken 7, which actually looked pretty cool. It's coming to Xbox One and PC, and I thought it was a PS4 exclusive for a long time there, but I guess not, and that's fine. Hey, if it plenty, and I'm glad Tekken 7 isn't getting the shaft. I mean, like Street Fighter 5, and it seems Tekken 7 has a story mode, and it showed Heihachi and Akuma fighting, which was pretty awesome, pretty stellar. Lots of really lovely animation to it. It just looked really cool. But yeah, Tekken 7 looked cool. Limbo, coming free to Xbox One, which is cool, to mark the announcement of Inside, which is a game that I have really been looking forward to, but haven't heard anything about since it was shown 2 years ago on Xbox's stage. But it's coming in August? Or no, coming in June. I'm sorry. What was I reading there? Coming in June, which is cool. So Xbox and PC get it first, then PlayStation 4 gets it later. Which, okay. But I'm reading GameSpot's thing, and I mean, they have the Xbox Anywhere program, which is, you buy your game and it saves on both Xbox One and PC, which makes Xbox One kind of obsolete. You get Killer Instinct. Season 3 gets General Ram from Gears of War, which is pretty cool. Xbox announces some kind of design your own controller program, so I already know people that are doing it, which is cool. And they announced 3 new Xbox Live multiplayer features that are already on the PS4, which are Clubs, Groups, and Arena. I don't know if Arena is on the PS4, but Clubs and Look for a Group have been on the PS4 for months, so that kind of was like really? I thought their indie showing this year was really weak. Barely any mention of Cuphead. They did, and I like the montage thing that they do, but I don't know. I mean, I didn't really care for a lot of the indie stuff that I was shown this year, besides what was already announced, like Yooka-Laylee and Bloodstained and some other stuff. But the highlight... What the fuck? The highlight for me isn't even on here. The highlight of the conference for me was the new gameplay reveal of We Happy Few, which is the game from Compulsion, which is kind of like BioShock meets the Stepford Wives. And it looked fucking disturbing. Like, this shit was like nightmare-inducing scary. Like, it starts out with you forget, you choose not to take your happiness drug, and you start fucking tripping out, and you start seeing all the things that these people in this horrible town are actually doing. Like, there's a point where he walks through a window, and you see some, like, weird, creepy guy in a mask confront this like kid and stab him with a syringe in order to make him happy again. And then like when he notices you, he like slowly walks towards the window and just closes the window, all creepy, and it just sent fucking shivers down my spine. And the worst part about that, when the guy walks in, he sees like his coworkers beating up this piñata, and it's like, oh, this famous Mexican tradition. Here, have a stick. Beat this piñata until the candy comes out. And then he beat the piñata, and the candy burst out, only to realize he wasn't beating a piñata. He was beating a rat, and fucking candy wasn't coming out of the rat. It was like blood, like chunks of blood and gore, and they were like eating it like it was Oh my god! It like literally, it made my fucking jaw drop out of shock because I was horrified, like in a good way. Like it made me want to play the game. Like as creepy as it is, it made me want to play the game. The only thing during that conference that really got my heart racing with that, I was like, holy shit, this looks great. So I think the Xbox, the program's going to start soon. I think July, they said, is when it's going to be in preview mode. I don't know when this thing is coming to PS4, but I'll probably have a PC by then, so fuck it, who cares? I'll get it on PC, and I'll be enjoying it, and very, very disturbed by it. So, unless I'm missing anything, yeah, that was Microsoft's conference. I'm saying sorry for the quick rundown, but I kind of want to get through this to get to Sony. But, yeah, overall, I liked the conference. I thought it was good. That was pretty good. I thought last year's was honestly better. I thought it was just more consistent in terms of stuff that I found interesting. But I liked the conference. I thought it was alright. So I guess a letter grade for Microsoft is a B-, a very solid B-. I liked it. Didn't love it. Nothing mind-blowing. Didn't hate it either. So that was a good, decent job for Microsoft. Alright, see you guys for Ubisoft. Have a good one.